While the first half of March has been warm and dry, the second half is looking cooler and wetter, or I should say snowier. We've got a few systems on the way that could double our snowfall for the season. So cold high pressure centered to our southwest. We had some low clouds that are breaking up. We'll see some sun today, but it's going to be a chilly Monday, and get used to the cooler than normal weather for a change. We're going to see temperatures overall below normal with the exception of tomorrow, one day that'll be above normal. So upper 30s today, near freezing in the northeast. We will see some low 40s start to push into western Minnesota. We're going to see a brief wedge of warmer air move in for Tuesday. Below normal temperatures today, but not by that much. We just have been so spoiled with these way warm temperatures that 2 to 5 degrees below normal feels pretty dramatic. But tomorrow we'll jump into the upper 40s, maybe even 50. Southwestern Minnesota should see some low 50s, but it will already be cooler to the north and windy tomorrow as colder air dives south. 15 to 30 mile an hour winds again. And by Wednesday, it's back to the chill, low 30s for highs, 20s to the north, and that kind of air is really sticking around. Both the 6 to 10 day and 8 to 14 day outlooks from the Climate Prediction Center calls for below normal temperatures for us and above normal precipitation, though. That is a change from what we've been seeing really since the first of the year. It's been overall a very dry pattern. And of course, March so far, very warm. Most of the central eastern U.S. throughout Canada, way above normal. But the next 10 days, look at these forecast temperature anomalies below normal. And some of the highest anomalies just to our north. So this means some pretty cold air sitting over our area overall for the rest of March. And this is a pretty typical last gasp of winter that we normally see, even in a record warm winter. We'll talk about in a second. But when we add up all the snow that could potentially fall over the next 7 days, we might double our snowfall totals. We've only seen 14 inches, but what's going on is the polar vortex is doing its normal death at this time of the year. In March, the sun is rapidly reaching the Arctic stratosphere, and that warms it up rapidly, and so the vortex just sort of naturally collapses. And when that happens, it unleashes some cold air. So the first system brings snow late Thursday into Thursday night. That looks brief. The potential for anywhere from a couple to several inches of snow. Some models a little bit more aggressive with that Thursday snowfall. This is more of a clipper system, so anywhere in that 2 to 4 inch range, pretty wide swath of snow across central and southern Minnesota. But then another round of snow develops over the weekend. That one we might have to watch for the temperatures. Will we be on the rain snow edge? Same thing with a Monday, Tuesday system, but you get the idea. A much more active pattern regardless. And well, we've been burned several times with some of these systems. It is looking hopeful. We'll see how the exact tracks of these play out and some of those temperatures. That can be the tricky thing with snowfall forecasts this time of year, but it is going to be chilly regardless. It's just, does it stay cold for long enough to keep it all snow for the most part with these systems? Upper 30s today. Again, the normal high is in the low 40s, so we're not far off it really. Tomorrow above it, but pretty chilly. Wednesday into early next week. Again, it is looking pretty cold here in that 7 to 10 day period. But once that cold dissipates, it's probably going to warm up here heading into April. This is, as I mentioned, a pretty normal end of winter last gasp of cold and snow that we see when that polar vortex in the stratosphere tends to die out.